Hi all, I am Dr. Campbell, and I do not mean to spoil anyone's Christmas. However, if you'd like to know a little bit about what's going on in the intercession class that you will be taking, and how we're going to get this class done in 10 days, or actually it's more like 13 days, with 2 days off in between, if you will. So I'm just going to go over the course over Blackboard a bit to get you a bit more familiar with what it is we will be doing / is expected of you. So, for starters, here is our course website where all of the actual content for our course will come from. You will have to turn things in via Blackboard. We will visit that soon. But for now, this is our home page. I will probably be doing a screencast. This is a screencast every day. So every morning I'm on the West Coast in Portland, Oregon. So I don't know. Yeah, it'll probably be a little bit. I'll probably try to get it up by noon every day, your time noon. So, but yes, okay, so you can read through this. Then we go to the most important piece of this, the syllabus. Although I should mention that all that to say here is basically where the daily announcements will come from. So every day I will update this page. I will send an email out to you letting you know I've done so, and probably a screencast such as this going over certain assignments and how things were graded and whatnot. Now onto the syllabus. So you can read through the course description. You do need a text. I have that information on Blackboard. I'll show you in a second. You need the commission report, 9/11 commission report. Full PDF can be found here. I provide links to all of these videos that you need. Grading. Daily assignments are 5 points each. You have 5 FEMA, and then we have 3 quizzes at 10 points each. Assignment instructions. All of your daily assignments will be graded according to this scale. Excellent, 5 points. Very good, 4. Good, 3. Satisfactory, unsatisfactory. And then I make the point down here that it's very possible to receive no points and turn something in. I also want to point out that there is a difference in my courses between excellent work and very good work. They're both still A's, but there's a very big difference here. Excellent work is there was lots of time and energy put in, thought put in, and those people will receive a 5. And I will give you examples of people's work that receive a 5. So if you received a 4 or a 3, you will know what it was that received a 5 or 4, what type of work. So also, the daily assignment number 10 is the longest, and it will take the most time. So you might want to go on and just look ahead, and while all of the assignments are worth 5 points, that one does take the longest. Usually it's also incentive. If you do really well for the entire course, maybe you don't need to do that one, but we'll see. FEMA exercises, do go on and read this part fully. I say this because on the syllabus, I tell you when you should be starting these, when they should be completed. But if one is due, let's say on a Tuesday night, there is a very strong possibility that even if you complete it on that day at, let's say noon, you will not get the FEMA certificate by that night. Read through this and let me know if you have questions. Also, you will have to get an SID number, a student identification number. You can go to any of these FEMA exercises to get started, and they'll walk you through the process. So here are the 3 that you need to do, and then you can choose 2 more from this list. Now, a student already emailed me about this and brought up a really important point, and I'm going to change the verbiage as another hint in here, or rule, if you will. But, you know, if you've already done these 3 exercises, I'm not going to tell you that you need to redo them. However, if you just have 2 exercises that you've done already, you can't just put them here. So whatever certificate that you have completed that is one of these that suits your own from the list, it needs to be dated either December or January. So when I see it, it needs to say that it was completed in December or January, and that would of this year, and that would show me that it was done during this class period, or during the term, shall I say. I tell you how to do screenshots and what I'm looking for when you turn it in. And then quizzes, they're very simple. There are study guides for you online. These don't take a ton of work, but you will have the quizzes. They'll be open each day at 12:01 and close at 11:59 in the evening. So more information about that. Overall course information and suggestions. Again, I will let you read through that. Here I talk about the FEMA exercises. FEMA states that it may take anywhere from 3 to 5 business days for the confirmation of a successful completion email of an exercise and or the certificate to be sent. So that means that, like I was just saying, that you need to complete the exercise, let's say at worst, 5 business days before it is due. So get started on those very quickly. This is basically the rubric that I use and will point to when I do the grading of all of the daily assignments, and then the VCU policies, which we've all probably seen a ton. So there is the syllabus, the course schedule. So day 1, so what you should have done by the end of this day, done and read. Here's this. Then you have the daily assignments. So what do you need to submit? So what are the deliverables here? You have 2 days quote unquote off, maybe get ahead. And I had another student say, can you go on and get ahead and work? Yes. But here's what I will say about getting ahead with your work. When you see what an A is versus, let's say, so a 5 versus a 4. So say you did assignments 1, 2, and 3 over the holidays, as in before this class starts. That's fine, but you're not going to really understand the expectations or just go out swinging. So go out and do the absolute best work that you can do, and that should be good enough. So, but I will provide feedback every day. So the thought would be that the feedback that you get from me for daily assignment number 1 is going to help you on daily assignment number 2, and so forth and so on. The quizzes you will not be able to do until the day of. And then we have the FEMA assignment. So that is something that you could go on and get ahead and turn all those in. And this is why I like to put this class up earlier, because I know many of you guys like to get ahead. It's a lot of work in a short amount of time. So I'm trying to help wherever I can. So there's that. There's also a PDF copy of this if you would like to download it. And then the day by day, basically this is just something for you to follow. I talk more in depth. It's basically a more in-depth course schedule. All the information that you need. I keep talking about these FEMA exercises. This is where you submit assignment number 1. So you actually click on it. I'll just go on and do that. And there it is. Name. I would highly recommend that you do this in a Word document before and then copy paste it. So, and here are daily assignment number 1. And then, yeah, it goes on like that. And so in the screencast, I'll also try to give you information about the next one. I don't know how I'll do that in so much as I guess I will just try to maybe be 2 days ahead of you because of the time change and also the nature of the short class. So I guess I'll go on and say now that essentially for this first and second assignment, the first assignment is on watching a documentary on 9/11, and the second one is watching a documentary on Hurricane Katrina. And these are fundamental to the study of Homeland Security and emergency management. The 9/11 for terrorism-related reasons, and then Hurricane Katrina is kind of the emergency management piece. And they happened within a very short period of time with each other, and they both just transformed the landscape in their perspective. The terrorism, Homeland Security, and then the emergency management piece. So what I'm asking you to do here is tell me 3 things. So I would say hint, a few paragraphs per each of these is what would be expected for excellent work. But before watching the documentary, tell me what you know about 9/11 right now. So, sit somewhere for about 5 minutes. Think about 9/11. Think about what you've heard, what you think you know, and also with the know is what you think you know. So anything that comes to mind, what have you heard your parents talk about? just what have you learned in classes? What do you not know? And then after that, tell me, what do you want to know about 9/11? So this can be based on what you know about 9/11, as in know to be true. Is it true? Or, what are some of the thoughts that you have about it? So those two questions you want to complete prior to watching the documentary. And this holds true for this daily assignment and for the one after this, because this is a documentary on 9/11. The other one is a documentary on Hurricane Katrina. Then after watching the documentary, you tell me, what did you learn from this documentary? So, yeah, what did you learn from the documentary? It's as simple as that. Simple as that, meaning it's very straightforward, but you need to put a lot of thought in that. I am not an easy grader. I'm not going to say I'm a tough grader, but you do have to put effort in my courses to do well. So that is the instructions for day 1 and day 2, because they're the exact same. They're called Knowledge, Wonder, Learn tables. And they're both submitted through Google Form. And then here is the, excuse me, the second one. So this is the second one's about Hurricane Katrina, and I provide links to the video Trouble the Water. So there I have assignments from 1 and 2, and I'll come back probably the end of day 1 and talk about the next one and so forth. So I'll try to stay a day ahead to make it easy. Okay, so we went over daily announcements, where all the announcements will be. We went over the syllabus, where you can find that nitty-gritty, but not in a Word document that you're so used to. We went over the schedule. Here are all the day-to-days. So every day you have detailed information about what's expected. And then contact info and communication policy. Here is me. We can talk. I am very available. I check my email twice a day and get back to people twice a day. There shouldn't be an absolute emergency, but if there is, you can text me at my phone number. And then let's just slide over to the Blackboard really quick. I'm about to post this video here. We know our course website, the book needed for this class, direct book, textbook, and this is something that one of my colleagues turned me on to, but this direct textbook, it's a really good site to put in whatever book you may need, because it gives you all the sites that may have the book, not just, let's say, Amazon or whatnot. So announcements are here. I usually send this for emails, to get emails out to you and everything, but quizzes and FEMA. So the 3 quizzes will show up here. The exercises are already here. This is where you submit the exercises. Then we have chapter study guides. And then we have it for understanding Homeland Security, and then the 9/11 Commission report. Okay, well, I think that about does it, you guys. Let me know. Shoot me an email. Let me know if you have any questions. And I look forward to working with you over the next couple weeks. Okay, bye-bye.